to the very first episode of Coffee and Conversations. These sessions are curated for all young minds to understand the difference between black, white, and grey areas of life in different fields, be it sports, be it education, be it life skills, be it anything. And that's what we at Rahul International School aim at to give a exposure of the outside world to the students of our school by giving and calling eminent personalities of all areas and having an interactive sessions with them, thereby enlightening the young minds. Today, in this first episode, we have an eminent personality from the field of sports. He's got an International Chess Federation title in the year 2007, the FID Arbiter in the year 2018, the FID Arbiter in the year 2020. He is the founder of the Indian Chess School with a training career of more than 25 years, and he has coached more than 3,000 students. Wow, wonderful. He's introduced chess in more than 12 schools in Mumbai and trained 78 trainers from Goa State Chess Association. He's the author of many books like The Chess Course, Mastermind Chess, The Chess Course for Beginners, and also he has written many articles, to name few, Chess Base. He has organized also many seminars besides trainings like the chess training at Bangkok, international chess in schools in Armenia and New Delhi. You name it, and we have them. In the Asian Schools 2014, in the World Schools 2014, in the Asian Youths 2015, the World's Cadet Chess Championship, in Abu Dhabi Grandmaster Chess Tournaments. There he is available everywhere for his champions. He organized various tournaments, Asian Zonal Chess Championship, Commonwealth Chess Championship, IIFL Wealth Mumbai International Open, and of course, the very important his build as a world richest junior tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students, please welcome Mr. Praful Zaveri, the founder of Indian Chess School. When I see this eminent personality, I get few adjectives for you, like you see, okay? A very passionate person for chess, a compassionate, very tall, I should say, but though down to earth over there. Very happy to have you over here in the very first session
Pleasure
of
is
Coffee
mine too.
Conversations.
Thank you.
Well, in this very few years, what I have gone through your profile and what our children also want to know, you have got many accolades in just in a very small span of time. So, how did you achieve this? Like,
Basically, it started more out of passion. Never knew that, when I was playing active chess, that it will take me to this level. And teaching was somehow teaching came naturally to me. So I thought, okay, why not, give something back to the game what I've got over these years. So I started my training stint, and it became a passion.
okay,
And that passion, it's more passion driven rather than you can say any other factor.
oh, that's nice. So, you started your first chess. I'm sorry, you got exposed to chess at which age? Like, how did you start in this coming this field? Like,
Well, it was, like in our days, it was what we say, like children have the benefit of starting at an early age, but not at that time. So that time I got introduced only, say, when I was in 10th standard, and there was nothing better to do after playing a game of cricket, as we all Indians have. And so evenings was for chess, and suddenly, like, okay, it took over and started playing, represented my college, and then university, went on to participate in tournaments and won quite of them, and that is how it started.
okay, so that's lovely thing what you said of yours achievements over there. But what are the challenges you must have faced? Like, did you face any challenges in entering in the field of sports? Because when I see during those times, you have the parents pressurizing more for academics. It was that time it was a number game actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So how come? And did the school also support you during that time?
Basically, at that time, like means chess was not as popular as it is now, only because of Anand, means everybody started taking up chess in India. And of course, the game is our gift to the world, it's our best one. So at that time, it was not that one, but yes, we were driven by, more of a, say, love for that game, which made us play that, and all other obstacles were there that went away automatically.
Okay. So the very first time, okay, at which age did you touch a chessboard?
I started in 10th, so maybe I feel I was something around 14, 15 years of age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah. Okay, that's very nice. Now, often parents they say look, you have to be graduate or something you don't okay, you do whatever you want and all that stuff I know that's true over there, but in your case, did your parents put any pressure as such how did they take this as a career for you?
Luckily, my father was, like a sports-loving person. He used to love, in fact, all the sports, and used to read lot about sports. So that is, the qualities I imbibed from him, and it was a smooth sailing. So like father and mother never said no that okay, you are pursuing something, because like I was able to also balance my academics also. So did not find any problem in for them saying no.
Okay. So, when we come to the game of chess, how did you get to know that okay, you are mastering the game of chess? Of course, there are many students of us who are playing. We have also students in one of our centers at Nalasupara, Rahul International School, Nalasupara, CBASE, okay, where we have many champions also in the field of chess. Well, for them also and for the upcoming buddies who are coming in chess, okay, how to master the game of chess? How exactly it is like?
Well, it's what we say, like liking should be there. So supposing this game is that it cannot be forced on anyone. So supposing okay, we show them a chessboard, and if they take an instant liking, then I think there is no looking back. That passion has to be there.
Okay. Because when I saw the chessboard for my own self, okay, I should say, okay, when after two rounds of me, okay, when I couldn't do it, I couldn't cope up, I actually was frustrated and gave up over there. So how exactly we as children, okay, the children should cope up with this? Is this something stressful if you go to see?
I would say rather it in a reverse way, that it takes away all the stress. So like children have taken up chess, and for them how the time flies, there is no limit. So it is not at all stressful. In fact, it's in a reverse way. It takes away all the stress, and definitely helps them in building life skill. So that is very important. Yes, we know that everybody cannot become Anand, emulate him, but if you have taken chess somewhere in life, it is definitely going to help.
Okay. Coming to your personal life over there, when I went through your profile, and of course, when we were just reading over there, okay, you have gone to the international level and you have also organized various seminars over there. Okay, as a common man, can I afford my child to play chess to the international level?
Definitely yes. Uh,
So, any fundings, any, what could you just give me the monetary
yeah.
aspect of it?
See, in a way, like okay, means if you have to go means take it as a professionally. Of course, then at later stage it becomes what we say a costly affair. But at that point, when you reach that point, you definitely be earning a lot of amount in terms of prize money and scholarship. There are institutions all over India, which like you can take Air India or Indian Airlines or petroleum companies. They offer scholarship to young children, young chess players, and they like patronize the game. They support the players, and now even other private companies have come who sponsor the entire expenses of learning from a foreign trainer. So I feel that okay, at like when you go up to a higher stage, like any other game, it is indeed yes, it takes a lot of money in terms of, but when you start, I think it is not that costly. It's very easy as compared to other games.
So if I go to procure for the game of chess, I need to actually go for such companies. I need to approach such companies, such organizations, if you see for the job. So what is the eligibility like? What they actually see for entering into it? What's the eligibility criteria for it?
Yeah, see a lot of even public sector companies. For example, you can take railways, you can take life insurance corporation. So I was working with Life Insurance Corporation, and in fact I was coincidentally handling my sports desk. So we used to recruit a lot of chess players, in fact other games also. So the main eligibility criteria is that you should have represented your college in inter university, or you should be champion at the state. So this makes you eligible for applying for that job. And I feel for a good players a lot of avenues are available in terms of that. Once they get a secure job, then they are able to, and they are this institution, once they employ these players, the players are not required to work. They can devote full time to their passion and achieve ambition. So like when I was working with Life Insurance Corporation, we recruited nothing less than around 12 chess players during my yeah, decade with that part of job. And in fact all of them went on to become a grandmaster or a women grandmaster.
Okay, makes sense. Okay. As your profile says, you have trained nearly more than 3,000 students in your career over there. So, any specific challenges which any of your students face, or something which was very challenging for them to come at the particular level, be it a monetary, be it the skills, be it their education, or be it in the rural or the urban areas or the area of living or something like any such incident?
Yes, we do have challenges because like chess is a game where the time taken is more. So like a tournament is spread over, you can say something around 10 to 12 days if it is at national level, or something around 5 days if it is at state level. So you need to travel a lot, play a lot. They need to play at least something around 7 to 10 tournaments to reach certain level. Also prepare, put in amount of that, and then they'll be requiring the services of a coach who is at that level. So yes, in terms of that, challenges are there, but I feel that yes, India now has got infrastructure which is what is say encouraging for such budding players.
Okay. Well, that was about how to enter the higher level over there. Let's come at the lower level, the entry point. Do you suggest any entry point, age entry point for chess?
I would, now it's all games are getting younger and younger, and parent as young as 4 are asking me that okay, come on, start for my kid. But I would rather say no, because cognitive development, normally research have shown that cognitive development starts at the age of 8 to 9, and now that is what we say too long a period. We cannot wait for that. But still, I would say that not below 7, because like game is easy to learn, but very difficult to master. So what happens with this kid, that if they are not able to cope with the later stages, say they start at a very early age, you put them at 5. There are instances. Of course, prodigies are altogether different. They are able to do well in any game. But say if you start at 5, and then if you feel, oh, it's I'm not able to do further calculations, and all of a sudden you lose interest. So dropout rate of a child who has been introduced at an early age is very high as compared to the one who has been introduced at the right age. You don't have to look back, a decade or something. You introduce at the right age and develops a passion.
Okay. So you mean to say at the age of 7 would be
7 would be ideal, yes. Normally first grade, because see, it's more like very near to academic. You need to have learned a lot of. Need to do writing. You need to learn. You need to. So all this means like by the time these areas are developed, the brain is able to cope up with these things.
So, as a school, what do you suggest for the school leader? I mean, one of them over here. Okay, what do you suggest us over there for the game of chess? And
Yes, I
and
would
the
suggest
practice?
that you can introduce as a subject, give it as a try. Right from grade 2, you can start. So you can offer them grade 2 to 8. Later on, like once they are in 9th and 10th, they need to give more importance to academics, and have it as a special, what we say, chess in school program. And you give them an option that who wants to pursue chess, and and I can tell you with what we say guarantee that you'll find everybody raising hands for chess. Such is the popularity. So I think the school is is a ground where all these talents can be honed. You have such a wonderful infrastructure, which is like a paucity. You have the place where tournaments can be conducted, and if I think it's introduced, not only it will help. See, we don't want everybody to become a champion, but we want to bring out best, develop as an individual. So I think that you will be able to achieve this purpose with introduction of chess and school program.
Yes, as you rightly said, in our education group, we are more than 52 plus educational institutions over here. And our beloved chairman, sir, Sri Lalana Tiwari, he has this vision of not excellence, but of course exposing children
Children.
to all the areas. That's what we believe in the wholesome personality development. Well, that was a wonderful thought of it. But then for this, an important role comes of a PE teacher in the school. So, what are some tips you can give to the instructor, the PE instructor or the chess coach for enhancing chess in the school?
I think we can do simple things. See, what is required at this level is we don't want any teacher to be a champion or something. Okay, they should have a love for chess, and if we, give them a simple training that how it is to be trained, how the program runs, then I think it is going to be 100% successful. You will not have specialized chess coaches for this program. Only that involvement is there with the students, that okay, I'm going to teach you the basics, the fundamentals of the game, which is that is required. And of course, from this number only the talents will come up, and then they can pursue it at separately at a higher level. That is different part. So nothing specialized is required for teacher, allow for the game, and some sort of simple training which we have done, like in most of the places I have done. We have trained teachers who are absolutely like for the Goa example, all the teachers, they had no background of chess. And I did three days training. It was something around we used to work around 7 to 8 hours daily, and at the end of 3 days, it was really surprising that all of them can handle chess very effectively.
Okay.
And I got a feedback that now they are doing very well, because these are remote places in Goa, where of course chess is the priority. They also give a lot of importance to chess
Yes,
now,
so that they do.
and they have been able to teach in their local schools with success.
That's nice. We are going to start, and we also are actually doing it in most of our schools over here. Well, the next question arises in my mind is, as a parent. As a parent, when once again the same question comes to me, that how will I recognize the flair for chess of my child, like it was chess? Like how? How will I? Should I expose him? Of course, in schools you said in grade two. Okay, the schedule of the child. Okay, nowadays in a regular school, it's too hectic. So, what's the best time? What do you feel? So, it should be done on weekends in the beginners program, or how? What should be the schedule of playing chess for trainings?
I think, see, if a parent can encourage a child to take up chess, or say school has a program, and all of a sudden you will find that okay, child is showing interest, and then like there are events right from the age of 7 years in chess at all levels. I'm not talking of only at school level, but you see this championship organized right at international level. So you have an event called World School Championship. So it starts from state school championship, district school championship. So you first play at the district level, then you go at the state level and national level, and from there you qualify for Asian school and world school. So basically, these are all patronized by the schools. They send their children for these events. So if a parent find that okay, my child has got a special talent in terms of chess and is showing interest, we encourage them to participate in local level tournament, and they are mostly spread over weekends. And you see them that okay, they are excelling in over there, give them further opportunity to participate at higher level.
Of course, at Rahul International Schools, okay, we do emphasize in the game of chess. But as our viewers are going to be also the other school learners. So if a school does not promote chess, and if my child, as a parent, okay, I see my child is interested in chess, how can I promote my child in this on individual basis?
Yeah. So, like there are a lot of academies now, a lot of coaches who are offering their services as a coach. You can have them train the child. You can also do like chess, also game, which is very easy to learn online also. Now, pandemic has shown all this.
Yes.
That okay, other games have suffered, but not chess.
Chess.
You see, in fact, it has like double, tripled. Number of number of children who wants to learn chess. So like right now there is a big imbalance. Number of trainers are not that much as compared to the number of children who wants to learn chess. So it's very easy that okay, even if school is does not have a program, they can very well look for academies and coaches who impart chess training, and can start from there.
So you mean to say, as a parent, I can register my child for the directly for the district level
Definitely. Yeah. Chess is such a game, that it's
without the schools.
without, yes, you can definitely participate in such type of event.
And where can I get this information of registering the child?
Yeah, so we
Any
have,
website as such?
yeah, we have, the Apex Federation, which governs chess in India. It's All India Chess Federation, and under them are the state bodies, the state association of various states, and then below them are district bodies. So all these informations are there, the calendar of which events are going to take place. And India is such country, when we talk of normal times before pandemic, that number of events happening was like almost, you can say, one new event starting daily. So thousands of events taking place if we count at from district level to state and then national and to international.
Well, welcome to the second part of our question and answer round session over here. And this session is the rapid fire questions over there. It is, of course, just fun based over there, and of course, children are very happy to see you over here, international trainer over here of the chess over there. And just one word which comes to your mind when I say you take these words, or one sentence. The very first word, and you need to give it in very fast, a rapid fire round.
Yeah.
Okay, checkmate.
Okay. So it's the finality, the final check in a game.
Chess,
Chess a passion,
championship,
an achievement,
and your wife.
supporters.
Very good. Wife has to be supportive at times over there. That comes to a question over there. How was your wife and your? I spoke with the parents. I'm sure your wife has given a lot of backing over there to this.
Yeah, it requires support because like when I teach chess or this, everything is forgotten, and of course it needs a lot of traveling. Also, I am away for most of the days, uh, going along with my students for various tournaments or going for various training seminars. So yes, it involves a lot of sacrifices.
So that's a nice rapid answer with the wife supportive. That's good
Yes.
over there. Okay, winning.
Winning, yes, that is the goal.
Which one are Anand?
Legend, God, living God of chess.
Very good. And the last one, Mr. Praful Zaveri.
Oh, nothing. I'm a small grain in this field and happy to give something back to the game, which has given me so much.
How sweet of you like to give such a lovely message to our society over there for the game of chess over there. And as I said, we have some questions from our students from various centers. And the first center which I will take is Rahul International School CBSE Patankar Park, Nalsupara West.
Okay.
A well-established school, we have it over there, where we have most of the chess champions coming up from that school. The first question is from Navneet Yadav, grade 10th. He asks a question: is rating important to be a well-known chess player?
Yes, Navneet, rating is in fact, the first step in which you get an international recognition. So, rating is a numerical number which has been brought out by World Chess Federation. It's known as FIDE rating, and the base rating is 1000. There is no upper limit to what you can achieve. So, if you get a FIDE rating, yes, you are recognized everywhere. It also, sets a benchmark for getting higher titles in chess. So, like next step, then you would be to become a title player. So, highest title in chess is a Grandmaster, and the lowest starts with Candidate Master. So, like you achieve a rating of 2000, you are eligible for Candidate Master, and then you achieve 2300, you become a FIDE Master, and International Master benchmark is 2400, and Grandmaster is 2500. So, yes, rating is the first step to success in chess.
Thank you, sir. And there's a next question by Anish Mukherjee of grade 8, Rahul International CBSE Nalsupara West. He's adamant to know which competitions help in improving fight ratings.
Yeah. So basically, to get a FIDE rating, one needs to play in a FIDE rating tournaments. These are approved by World Chess Federation. They are held all over the world. So you can participate in them. They are open tournament. So it is like you can participate easily in such tournament. And there your requirement is say if you are not rated, we basically call them unrated players. You need to meet rated players, certain number of rated players, say 5 for a start, and you score against them certain percentage, which will help you in getting a rating if you are able to cross the threshold barrier of 1000.
Okay. Another question by Priyansh Sharma from 12th grade. How can I increase my speed of game as I perform well when time available is more, but face difficulty in short duration?
Time trouble is the factor which every chess player has to encounter, and like handling time pressure is one of the essential part to be successful in chess. So, with more practice and more participation, will you be able to manage time effectively? So, like if you are well prepared, say like the game starts, which is basically called the opening phase of the game. So in opening phase of the game, you are well prepared. You are able to make the moves very quickly. You are able to save that time, which is it's accumulated, and that you can use up most in the middle game and on the final stage of the game end game.
Okay. Another question from Karan Singh, 12th grade. What is the best advice you would give to the youngsters in the field of chess?
Karan, I would suggest that don't get disheartened if at all you are not able to win prizes. You keep on trying. I have students, like who for a number of years were not able to win anything, but they never gave up, and all of a sudden, like it started and then it never stopped. So the best advice is to never give up on your passion. Continue your dream.
The last question from Raul International School, Nanasupara, by Vishnu Mahesh of grade 10. How chess came into your life and how it changed your life, or how your life, your present life, how is your present life with the chess?
Well, I would say, it came more out of what we say was something like a coincidence. Maybe I was destined to play chess. So, but like all Indians, we are what we say. We love cricket. I used to play cricket all the day, and after the sun used to set away, and there was nothing else to do. So we just used to chit chat. And then one of our neighbors said that why all of you are whiling away your time? I will show you something interesting. And he brought us a chessboard. And like then that passion started. So we eagerly used to now look forward to for ending the cricket game soon and starting chess, and then used to continue throughout the night. That is how chess came into my life. And I think it has given me everything that I must have never dreamed of, and uh, I feel like it's the best thing that has happened in my life.
So, children, here you see no sport is down over there. You can be a master in everything or any one. You need to have the passion and the dedication for it. Well, coming to the next center, Rahul International School, Mira Road, there is a child, uh, Mehdi Sayed from grade 11. He asks you there, what do you think are the primary ingredients in a chess player?
Well, Mehendi, I feel nothing more than passion is required to learn chess. If you like chess, there can be no stopping. Don't think that this game is only for intellectuals, nothing like it. If you develop a passion and if you have that ability to work hard and the will to succeed, I think there is nothing stopping you.
That's nice. Well, another question from Apurva Shetty of grade 11. Indeed, this is a very important question. H for the trainers, I should say. What do you feel? A self-taught lessons in chess becomes a good chess champion or under a trainer?
I feel, to a certain extent, or even at the formative stage, one can do self-learning. Definitely, yes. There is no bar in film means that absence of chess trainer should not be a ground for one to stop playing chess. But yes, when you reach a certain level, then definitely you will be needing the expertise of a guru who will guide you in the right direction.
And now coming to the other center, Rahul International School ICSE Sri Prasa Nanasupara. We have questions over here. A child from grade 6 has not mentioned his name. Very, very beautiful question here said. It's really having a personal touch. How does your family life affect your chess?
Uh, well,
Grade 6
yes,
guy.
it's a difficult question, and as I said earlier, yes, you need to sacrifice a lot. So as my family has sacrificed to fulfill my passion, or which is, you can say, now it's also my main occupation, my profession, and yes, it takes a lot of sacrifice. So on my part, I feel also I have not been like able to give that much time to my children because of my constant traveling and uh, with the job I am having.
Okay. So of course, okay, family doesn't affect that much over there, okay, but when passion and personal are together, I think it makes wonders over
But
there.
yes.
True. We have another question from a student of grade 8. He says, if you had it to do all over again, looking back, now that you know, what would you do differently to come up to this level? Any shortcuts would have you been better or something, some mistakes or something, what would have you changed in your course of time?
Yes, I feel, like maybe I should have put in more efforts, which would have taken me, means given me more achievements. So I feel that on my part, I did not put in that much hard work. And when I look behind, I feel, oh, I should have, done this or done that. To this part is I have not been able to fulfill this part. So I feel that could I would like to turn it back if the clock allows.
Okay, so that was the end of our question answer round from the students' end over there. And any concluding statement for the school would you recommend, advise us for enhancing this game of chess?
Well, I've been very, impressed by the infrastructure available for this the school. Uh, you've been very kind enough to show me the entire school, and I really liked it, the ambience, the setting,
And of course, you
and
have also seen our other centers also.
yeah. Yes. So I feel, like introduction of a chess in school program for a start would be very good, even for a limited period. Maybe, like start it with one school and see how the response is. But definitely you'll see that yes, the children who have taken up chess uh, in one of the centers, they are, it is helping them in academics too. So my suggestion would be yes, and this is the game we all should be proud of because this is India's gift to the world. This game has been invented in India. It's Indian origin, and I feel no reason, why we should not take up this game.
Yes. And not only this, but at Rahul International, we do realize the importance of sports and co-curricular activities, if you see. And that's the reason we have a tradition of trend over here that whichever field, we don't matter, if we see the spark in the child, okay, we guide the child till the end, till the national and international level. And that's what we all in the entire, the education industry we are in this group, we aim for. And if children are having some problems in academics because of sports, we do support our children. We at times we do the children sometimes they go for the national, state level, international level tournaments and all. They miss a lot of studies and all. Here we provide them notes, we provide them all we even reschedule the examinations for them. Okay, because see, it is we need to motivate them. Rahul International School believes in motivating and bringing the best in the children, be it whatever field they want to be over their life. And last but not the least, your suggestions and your ideas for the school leaders.
Well, I feel school they cannot give advice. The leaders in all of you, you are the one who are molding a child, and I think feel doing excellent job. And my best wishes, and that I hope that it will within period of time, Rahul International it has already made a name. It will be one of the force to reckon with.
Thank you so much. And any message for the school, any best wishes for the school, if you could just.
Definitely, yes, it is, my best wishes. And I can say, children, that yes, you have been lucky. Whatever infrastructure that is, I see it over here, it will help you in whatever field you want to pursue. So, continue with your passion. Do everything with, love for whatever you are doing for your passion. And yes, there is no shortcut to success. Success can only be achieved by hard work. So keep on smiling, do your hard work, and continue your passion.
Thank you so much. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
And that was with us, Mr. Praful Zaveri, the founder of Indian Chess School. And of course, as a memory for all of us, our very first coffee mug of the very first episode, Coffee and Conversations with Mr. Praful Zaveri. I would request you to just sign your autograph over here.
Oh, it's lovely. I'm honored and privileged.
And this will be
thank
in
you.
all our centers over there, in the lobby area over there. So just a signature
Yeah,
across.
shall I put it across
Yes,
the name
yes,
here?
yes, yes.
And thank you once again, Rahul International School, for all the honor. It's privilege. Thank you so much, sir.
And that was the coffee mug. So that was the end of today's episode of Coffee and Conversations with Mr. Praful Zaveri. We'll see you in another episode next month, same time, same place. Thank you very much. Thank you.